Hey, what's up guys? UrAvgWarGamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And in this video, I'm going to be featuring a super battleship that is American Maine. And I would say probably the most consistent battleship in this game. And the most insane battleship for a lot of reasons. Now first of all, as a super battleship, it comes up with this F button, which is already pretty absurd on Satsuma, on Ushakov, but Maine has a bit different combat instructions. I mean, it does have 16 guns, but let's talk about the F key because I would say it is definitely very interesting because it gives out the tankiness that no one has for any battleship in World of Warships. Like, your tankiness is so insane. You can see here the fire damage and flood damage is gonna be reduced to 65% if it's ticking on top of you for 45 seconds of action time. And you also have a continuous damage, which is kind of working like a defensive AA, sort of, for 45 seconds, so it's pretty good, right? You're good against aircraft carriers, you're good against fires and flood damage, and your HP is also pretty insanely high. 115,000 HP. On top of that, you do have 5 heals, so it's a perfect package that you can expect from Montana, but also from Maine, because it's an upgraded version of Montana, and it is definitely really powerful. I definitely would say it is absolutely amazing to play and to have a lot of fun time with. Like, this battleship with these guns, you can see here, if you're aiming well, which in this case I might not doing that, you can just do pretty hilariously decent damage. You can see here the shells have a lot of decent penetration, just like on Montana, but the amount of volume and the shells that you have means that if you hit onto the superstructure of any BB, you can be absolutely insane in terms of dealing damage. And Maine is definitely doing that just really well. Okay, now there are a couple of ships like Black. I want to shoot the Black, but he just smoked up, so unfortunately I was not able to shoot him. But then there is a booster who is trying to farm me behind the island, but I really don't have any issues because with this HP, it's not big of a problem if they will set fires, because you do have, heal that can heal quite a lot of HP. Like, it's not a problem for me. The problem is that I want to aim well, and I want to aim just as good to deal effective damage on these battleships. Now in this case, you can see here, I have loaded up a bit of an F key thing, but you can see here again, I just did like 16,000 damage. F key got loaded up again. And you want to just ready this as soon as possible if you're taking a lot of damage from light cruisers, which I'm taking damage from booster. And since you do have this F key, which just kind of reduces the fire flood damage, I have decided not to take fire prevention, which is a big thing obviously, but still, the fires and floods is not going to be that big of a problem for Maine, and I just want to use these guns as effectively as possible. Now in this case, I shoot the guns on this Hindenburg. He was broadside, and you will find out what's about to happen. Accuracy is really good. He did not realizing what is going to happen to him, and you can look at that. Hindenburg just flat out gone. And that's the power of Maine. Maine is hilariously tanky and hilariously powerful because of this really insane amount of shells that you can throw on a single target. I mean, I'm using super heavy AP shells as well, which is dealing like 14.5k damage each shell. So you can see where this is going, right? Now I'm shooting on this Schlieffen. Schlieffen decided to push in pretty hard. He's thinking to just play it a bit fast and hard, I can understand. And even though my aim was not the best, I was not able to hit onto the superstructure which is needed. I at least got my F key ready, so if the booster get double fires, even if I don't have damage gone, I will just use the F key to just mitigate a lot of damage from these fires and floods. And this is something that I absolutely love about Maine. You are hilariously tanky. You're so tanky, it's really not easy for any cruiser to kill you. A single cruiser cannot do it. 2 cruisers might be able to do it, but still, it's going to be really difficult. Again, not calculating the Schlieffen superstructure and aim well. So yeah, Schlieffen survived for a bit longer, but it still does not matter. You do have a lot much more opportunities if you are pretty nicely positioned, which I was. So I know that if the Schlieffen will broadside or do anything, I will hopefully will be able to kill him with this salvo, because the potential damage that you can do with these salvos is just absolutely devastating. It's insane how many shells that you can throw. You can see here what I'm talking about. Only 4 shells out of 16 shells is gonna be enough to kill the Schlieffen. I got a fire, but I dissipate the fire since I have the F key ready. So F key is really good if you want to use sort of AA platform against carriers, or you want to just mitigate the fires and flood damage. Otherwise, you have this 16 guns platform, which is absolutely amazing. No doubt whatsoever. Now, I shot the guns at Annapolis. Annapolis, obviously, he realizes that I shot the guns. Unlike Hindenburg, otherwise he would have easily gotten Death Strike as well. So he just speed juked and slowed down. So yeah, kind of disappointing because he realizes this, but still, I still have more opportunities, so I don't need to be having any issues. And you can see here, I just speed juked a bit of that Montana here, and I've taken almost no damage. Maine is definitely very tanky. You don't have to fear about Satsuma or Shikishima or Incomparable just overmatching you straight away, since you have 38mm armor as well on the side, on the deck. So this is something that you also get as an advantage in Maine. And you do have these 16 guns. 1.7 Sigma, which is kind of worse compared to Montana's 1.9, but then you do have 16 shells as well. So with this accuracy mod that you can put on the 6th slot, your accuracy is kind of roughly compensated by having a lot of shells, a lot of guns in return, which is pretty nice. Now here, again, if not for my aim, I thought that the Takahashi might push a bit, and I might be able to get a lot of penetration damage, but he just turned in pretty precisely, and my shells obviously didn't manage to get a lot of damage, and resulting in only 1 ricochet. So this is something that you should be keeping in mind. Your reload time is obviously higher than Montana. It's 35 seconds base. Since the adrenaline rush kicked in, it's 33.3 seconds. So this is something that you'll be keeping in mind, but still, it is really powerful. Maine is very consistent and a very tanky battleship. And it is definitely super battleship for a lot of reasons, okay? I love Maine because Maine can't be farmed by fires and floods that easily. You have these F key, and once you have it, who's gonna do what to you? Like, it's really not possible to do much damage except to do just penetration damage. So effectively, you can get your heals, all of these heals on a Maine if you are positioning yourself well. Like you can see here, I have that heal thing. I don't remember the name. That 3-pointer that helps to reduce the cooldown time on these heals, as well as also giving you 1 heal if you get 2 million potential damage, which is on Maine 100% possible. Absolutely 100% possible. And I think you can just see that the amount of shells that you can throw. I just again missed just a bit. That Montana could have taken 20k damage just from the bow in position if I would have aimed better. And that's how powerful Maine really is. Takahashi obviously realizes that he can push into the Des Moines because he is having a terrible position, so I decided to shoot the guns. And using my 8 guns from the back, which is also another advantage. So it's not like you do have that really hard downside if you are having fully angle. But you can see here I did 15,000 damage. He just turned in to dodge these shells, but in return he started to show broadside to Montana, and the Des Moines killed him, but he also killed Des Moines in return. So it's pretty unfortunate, and the game is not looking that good, which you will find out in this game. You can see here that the Fletcher torpedoes are coming towards the Montana because he wants to just broadside and just use all the guns, but then he will eat a lot of torpedoes, which is kind of helping me and giving me a lot of advantage. And since I have realized that he will dissipate the flood, I decided to go and just look at that. 7 overpens, and I still did like 15,000 damage. I was kind of not happy with that salvo. I would have killed the Montana, but then I just switched to HE. Because HE is also no joke. You have 16 shells and 5,700 alpha damage. Might not look good, but then when you throw so many shells onto the bow of this poor Monty, it's not gonna be big of a problem, right? The Clausewitz on the minimap, you can see here he's farming this Montana. He got a permanent fire. I shot the guns, didn't perfectly aim for some reason. The shells dispersed a bit wonky out there, but at least he will die. This Montana, he used the heal, he will die regardless. He pushed in. So that's pretty good, right? We have 4 versus 4 situation, so I know that now it is the ultimate time that I should push and will try to do something for my team. Now, the Yamagiri will throw his ship away, and the Fletcher will also gonna throw his ship away, which is absolutely unfortunate. I have realized this, that he got radared by a booster, and booster killed him in return. So, again, another very unfortunate situation for all of us. Now we only have Yamagiri that is also getting farmed by Annapolis. So game is not going anywhere. In fact, game is gonna go worse from here, since our destroyers are the only hope that we have. And well, I shot the guns on Imami, he turned out, taking only low, like pretty much pitiful damage, only 2000 damage, but still, it is time to push. It is time to showcase the main power. The main power is really good because you can actually push in this ship if you have the F key ready, because fires and flood does not matter, and with that repair party cooldown getting low quite a lot, like it's 67.5 seconds, it might not look that good still, but it is definitely better than 80 seconds. So I like the fact that it has shorter cooldown time, and you can heal a lot of HP. So I'm just gonna be pushing in. Obviously, the Annapolis or Ivami and Wooston can farm me out there, but I have no choice. I killed them Hindenburg out there with a Death Strike, and we need a couple of more kills. So the game is gonna go on a bit, and we have to see if we have any opportunity to kill these battleships and cruisers. Now, here in this case, we do have quite a lot of ships remaining. The Maine, the Ivami having 50,000 HP around, and there's also Booster in Annapolis. So the game is not looking good. I have Clausewitz that is getting farmed by Maine, as well as Ivami. So I do have at least that bit of a time, but I don't know why they are not, hitting me. They're hitting on the Clausewitz. Maybe that he wants to kill this Clausewitz and pretty much sums up the game. But still, you will find out that if I can push in, I will be able to do pretty decent damage, okay? So I will just skip it up to the close game, and you will see what I'm talking about. So finally, I decided to now shoot the Maine. Maine is also pushing. Now it's also really pretty much the similar battleship that I'm dealing with. Like, Maine is also really strong contender. Now here in this CS, you can see here there's Annapolis, who is kind of broadside for some reason, but he's decided to turn in, which is the right thing to do, I would say. Now Annapolis with 47,000 HP is really difficult to be dealt with. Like, it's really difficult. There's a Maine, there's Annapolis, there's Ivami, and a booster is also farming from the back. So I know that I have to basically turn out and just run away, right? But for some reason, I don't understand the Annapolis mindset, that why he decided to just run away, right? I don't understand this. And I just did like double citadels on this Annapolis, and finally, with another set of guns ready, I killed the Annapolis. I don't know why he would do that, but this is kind of funny. He did some damage, obviously, at the end, but still, it's like, what, 15k damage, which I'm pretty happy with. Now I tanked 2.1 million potential, which actually have given me not only the heal, but also have reducing the cooldown time quite a bit more, right? So the game is pretty much close now. I'm running away since I know that if I push into the Maine in Nemami, booster will also start to farm me, so I don't want to do that, and I'm just farming this Maine. Now Maine is basically bowing, and I'm just turning out. So I know that I am in advantage. They won't be able to hit the superstructure that perfectly like me, because they are pushing in. The battleship that does push in has the opportunity to lose more HP than the battleship that is trying to kite away. And that's what exactly happening for Maine, right? The Clausewitz also started to farm the Maine here a bit, but the game is pretty much very much over, I would say. They have 3 caps, and if we have to kill the whole ships, including Imami, that is full HP almost, the booster that is almost full HP, then we can get the game and win the game. Which might not happen, unfortunately. I can just clearly see that. And Maine finally decided to shoot the HE for some reason, dealing some damage, but again, he didn't get the fire, which I was happy about. Now I want to shoot I think I should have shoot the booster here with the guns. but that time was not enough, because if I would have killed the booster here, maybe we have a chance to win, because this Imami is not doing the right thing. He's just hitting onto the superstructure, but I still have one or at least two heals remaining, right? So I have not that big of a problem. You can see here I did like 26k damage, which is pretty nice. So he's now pretty much gone to half. On the other hand, booster started to farm me here. So the game is pretty much looking one-sided. Booster will survive. Imami might kill me, or I might kill him in return. So this is something that I have to do. Now, one thing that the Imami has done the right thing. Now, I shot the guns. I didn't expected him to basically turn in, and he bounced all 9 shells. I think this is the right move that he did. But after that, he again will do something which was pretty much unexpected. Like, he will now show broadside to me, which is gonna be pretty funny. You will find out what I'm talking about. So I will hit onto the superstructure while I realize that he will turn in again, and I shot the guns. And at this range, you can see here, look at that. So 20k damage again after 26k and a couple of bounces. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot this Imami, and now he will do something which I was not expected. A bit of a thing that I don't like that I did here is that I just show a bit too much broadside. You can see here I did like 15,000 damage, but then he just decided to just turn out like this, which I don't understand why he did that. But yeah, you will see here one citadel, and I got the Kraken. So yeah, so it's almost 280k damage and almost 4 million potential damage, which is really insane. So I did what I have to do the best. Maybe I would have shot the booster. Maybe I would have done something better. But again, if we have not good destroyers that are not doing the right thing for the team, we will eventually get into the losses. And this is another one of those losses, which I was pretty sad about. So the game will end because he will be staying behind and he won't do anything except to just survive, okay? So I will just go to the team score now because it's basically over. Finally, the game is over, but I have showcased you this gameplay because Maine is really nice. It's in such a sweet spot right now that if you want to play this Battleship, you will have a lot of fun. It is definitely costing a lot in terms of credits, because Superships have 360,000 credits spent on only servicing, right? I mean, you also have to watch out for the ammunition resupply, and then you have like 494k credits gone. So yeah, other than that, Maine is an absolutely perfect battleship that they have added. It is really fun, and you can see here why. 1.8k base XP on a loss. The booster did the right thing, to be honest. He farmed me out there, here and there and somewhere. That Hindenburg taken down by getting Deathstroke, but my team didn't manage to do anything other than Clausewitz itself, which I was happy. But if Yamagiri and maybe couple of other destroyers like Fletcher would have done a bit better, if they would have a lot much more better brain cells in their mind, I think this would have been an easy win after what I did. But anyways, it didn't happen. So 8 citadel hits, a lot of shell hits, 134 target hits, 5 kills, got Confederate, means if you got Halsey, you know what's going to happen. It's going to be even more powerful. Kraken, Devastating Strike, Dreadnought, as well as High Caliber. And by the way, how much damage did I potentially tanked? Like, look at that. 4.1 million potential damage. And 233k damage received is also no joke either. So, yeah. It's really nice, man. It's awesome battleship to play. I definitely would recommend you to play Maine. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.